Well, hello. It is day 28 of the alternate day intermittent fasting challenge, and I have some bad news. Mm, it has been, no, wait, it's 28. It's the 29th. That kind of tells you what kind of a month it has been. Um, it's been a rough month, but I've learned a lot, and so I'm trying to stay positive. This week, since I have updated, has been a different kind of hard, being kind of introspective. And sorry, I'm in my bathroom. I just needed a moment without angry cats fighting and dealing with everything else. Um, this week has been a different kind of hard. I know what my triggers are, I know what my problems are, and it's been an incredibly enlightening experience. But this particular week has been a bit more difficult in a different kind of sense, meaning just in terms of discipline, where I don't feel like I have any control, and like everything is kind of spinning out of control, and I can't seem to get control of this car that's basically fishtailing on black ice. That's pretty much the analogy that I'm going to go with. Like, I'm on black ice and I'm just fishtailing, losing control of my car, spinning out on the road. There's been a lot of chaos at work. People have been sick. Family members have been getting sick, making staff shortages occur. And that happens everywhere. And it's the time of year where we can kind of expect that. Um, let's see. I'm also trying to ramp up for a vacation, a much needed vacation, and I'm leaving next Friday, so I'm trying to make sure that I have everything basically done, ready to go, both at work and at home. I have family taking care of the cats, and just trying to get that all done. And I keep running into roadblocks of finalizing things like transportation and timing for when packing should be done and being in the car should be done and heading to our destination. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of personal things that are going on. And with all of that stress, I'm really kind of feeling it right now, just where I've been tired, I've been extremely overwhelmed, and just feeling like I can't do it. Like, I just can't. And that's really disappointing for me. I'm not happy about that I feel this way and that I've allowed it to impact my fasting days. The fasting days have not been as quality. The non-fasting days are not quality at all. They are atrocious. We had, over the weekend, we had friends over for a game night, and it was really great to see everybody, and everybody had so much fun, and it was so great because we had people over, and it's the first time that we've had people over in a really long time, and the first time in our new home. We moved into this home a few months ago, and it's been kind of a dream to have friends come over and play games, and it was lovely and it was great, and we had so many different friend groups kind of come together and meet each other for the first time. And I know that's usually a difficult thing when you don't know how friend groups are going to mesh, and just because everybody's awesome. Like, it was lovely and just incredibly fantastic. So I was really happy about that. But with that, we also made it a potluck so that it didn't put a lot of stress on me with cooking. It was a lot of different delicious foods, but also foods that I hadn't had in several weeks. And so my body didn't handle that pretty well. I tried to moderate the different kinds of foods that I ate. It just didn't work out the way that I wanted because it's too yummy. And I didn't want to be that Debbie Downer of, there are so many people with different allergies and dietary limitations. I didn't want to be that other person and be like, don't bring this and don't bring that and limit this. And I just wanted people to enjoy themselves. So to my detriment, I allowed things into the house that I knew that were bad for me. And because I've been under so much stress, I've let myself indulge, telling myself, I just need to take it easy on myself. Saturday was a recovery day of just, being up so late. We had people come over starting at 6 and they didn't leave until 1, which is a really successful game night. However, it means that when you're used to going to bed at like 9 o'clock at night because you get up early every day, means that you're really not going to sleep well the next few days, and that's been the case. And then add on all of the stressors this week from work, and it's only Wednesday. Needless to say, I'm really excited that this week is half over. We're going on our vacation next week. So in terms of how things have ended so far with this month, it was enlightening. It was not what I expected it to be. I started the month thinking that I would be able to do this no problem. I was so excited and gung-ho. And I'm like, yes, I've got this. In the end, though, there were a lot of different moving parts that I didn't anticipate to be roadblocks. And so I've actually learned a lot. So pros of doing alternate day intermittent fasting. The pros are that on the days that you fast, you feel fine. When you are hydrated enough and you keep busy and you don't hyper focus on the fact that you are not eating for however long you decide to fast, be it 12 hours, 16 hours, 20 or 24 hours. When you have something to do and you stay hydrated, you're fine. And you actually feel really good. I felt really good when I was fasting. And on the days when you don't fast, my particular challenge had along with it some dietary restrictions. And what I did like about the dietary restrictions is that it gave me a meal plan, so it was very helpful. You get this kind of protein, you get this much protein, you eat these vegetables, you take these vitamins. Okay, great. Yeah, that makes sense. And for someone who actually needs that, like they actually require, okay, I need someone to tell me how much food I should eat, what I should eat, and when I should eat it, I found that very helpful in the beginning. It got old for me though. The diet did get old for me because it was repetitive and it started to feel really bland. And at first I was trying to make it more interesting by adding in more spices and then preparing the proteins differently, using, ground meat instead of like breasts and thighs and steaks and fillets and things like that. So that was interesting. If I could do things differently, I would probably have prepared a little bit better in terms of meal prep and getting rid of the crap in the house, because I have another person in this home who was not participating in this challenge, who had no desire to participate in this challenge. And because I didn't want to impact their diet at all or impede on their lifestyle, tried to keep it as status quo as possible. Another pro was that I got a lot of support from doing this challenge. My husband was, for the most part, pretty great. He kept supporting me, saying, hey, you can do this, you're doing great, I'm really proud of you, but at the same time would be noshing on chips in front of me. And if I was feeling weak and said, I really want some ice cream, he just went out and got it for me. He was like, do you want, I went through this period of, I want noodles. I just want rotten ramen noodles, the horrible, gross instant noodles. I just want those. And he's like, all right, I'll go get them for you. And he went and he got a whole butt ton of them. And not very helpful, but at the same time, he did what I asked. Even though it wasn't probably in my best interest. But overall, I did get a lot of good support. I got a lot of support actually from my coworkers. I did have one coworker who just loves to snack and keeps asking me about if I want a snack or do I want, just out of the kindness of her heart, she just wants to share and just wants to enjoy treats with everybody. But I had to keep reminding her politely, hey, I can't. So, no, thank you, but no thank you. Please stop asking me. And she was respectful of it. And I had another coworker who just let me be, didn't offer me anything, didn't offer to share anything. She's like, all right, you can do this. As long as you're not doing it unhealthfully, I'm okay with it. And I had another coworker who's like, okay, I'm going to watch you do this. And, that's pretty cool. And asking me questions about how I was feeling. And she's like, that's really cool. I'm kind of impressed. Things that I think I'm going to consider. I'm going to continue with the intermittent fasting. And I think I'm going to incorporate a more reasonable window for myself, maybe an 18-hour window of fasting instead of a 20-hour window of fasting. I'm going to plan on doing some meal prep so that way when I come home from work and I break my fast, I'm not ravenous and having to deal with the frustration of having to cook something when I get home after I've been working all day and also fasting, and therefore more inclined to snack and just completely go hog wild and binge, which is not helpful. So I think I'm going to do that. I did not include any exercise into this month. I wanted to wholeheartedly, but again, I just didn't. And I feel like I would have absolutely quit earlier if I did, because it would be too many things that were too new and too regimented and too disciplined when I apparently have learned that I have a commitment problem and I have a relationship issue with food and exercise, which is a very humbling thing to admit and very introspective. So I'm kind of proud of myself that I actually did discover this. So yeah, that was my update, and hopefully, everybody's doing well on their self-improvement and their challenges and their goals. Keep on going. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know, where are you struggling? Have you guys been struggling? I don't know. Also, I'm probably not going to film in this bathroom again because I'm looking at myself and I look yellow, which is kind of concerning because it almost appears like I'm jaundiced, which is weird. But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye.